important health story. Thousands of lives could theoretically be saved with the help of an immunotherapy drug that can cut the risk of an aggressive form of breast cancer, returning by more than a third. The results from a long-term meta-study are being described by those involved with it as exciting. Let's turn to NHS doctor, Dr. Raphael Olaiya, who joins us now. Doctor, thanks ever so much for your time, as ever. Really appreciate it. Where breast cancer treatments are concerned, it's by gradations, isn't it? We see new drugs introduced, trialled, pioneered. Results vary, obviously. The direction of travel overall is broadly promising. What about this one?
It's a pleasure to be with you, Colin. This, as you said, is very promising news because it represents a wave of research which is going through the system and coming to fruition a lot quicker than what we've seen over the past few decades. And of course, cancer is one of the final frontiers when it comes to healthcare, and we're finally starting to see, the fruit of the research. And I think the last 2 years of what we've seen with COVID and the research there has helped that. But of course, cancer is a very different beast. It's very encouraging. In the USA, we've seen it be approved by the FDA, and they predict that more than tens of thousands of lives are going to be saved by that. And in Europe and in the UK, we're hoping to see proportionate lives saved as well. And this drug affects a number of different cancers as well. So hopefully there's going to be more uses than what we've even seen now. So very promising indeed.
This is pembrolizumab. I hope I probably do mispronounce the drug concerned here. Doctor, just on the point about COVID, I have read, maybe our viewers have come across this story as well, that one of the side effects, the negative side effects of COVID has been that those all-important trials where the humans are guinea pigs for these drugs, often when people have a terminal diagnosis, it's a last throw of the dice. And that's not been happening with the frequency it has in the past, just because people were labouring under COVID restrictions. They couldn't go to the hospitals. They couldn't participate in the trials.
Yeah, the COVID situation took over all the priorities when it came to other types of testing and research, for good reason. But, indirect benefits and advantages of the COVID research that went on was that there's a different mentality when it comes to undertaking fast-paced research that comes to fruition a lot quicker. And we're seeing that in other types of research. The amount of time it takes for cutting-edge research to reach the clinical platform in hospitals can take 17 years. That's what research has shown. And I think recently that time has been cut down, hopefully to more than half. Because 17 years for research to reach the patient is far too long, especially for cancer, when there's so much technology and research going on now that's really exciting. So pros and cons of the COVID situation, of course.
As always. Dr. Olaiya, thanks ever so much for joining us today. Do appreciate it. Thanks a lot.